Okay, so not the smartest thing that I did ever, which is to reboot my router in the middle of a stream. But hopefully this is gonna make things much better. Is it? No, I will still have like 3% frame drop. Let's see. Let's see. Is it live this thing? Is it working? Twitch. It says offline. No, it says live. So which one is it? Yay. Okay. Yeah, obviously I got disconnected from doing stupid thing. Yeah, this is not right. And then let's see on YouTube, maybe it's better. Okay, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. That works. Okay, so the chat is working. This is working. So we got from 5% to 3% drop. It's still I don't like it because it used to be much better than that. Like it used to be fine basically. Maybe this is the new stats. Okay, this was the average with the previous one. Okay, so this is more like it, assuming it's real and updating. 0 frame drop, 30 FPS, 2 keyframes. Good. It's green. It's green. Okay, so let's reconnect before things respawn and before everything gets bad. So we're on Bloomer. And let's get back in. Okay, we're back. Okay, so after all this, I hope now that it's more stable. And then I have to do my pally thing every 5 minutes, 12 clicks. Make sure I'm still alive. And thanks for swinging by. Okay, CPU is good. GPU is good. Ethernet is good. Okay, so that QoS stuff was crap basically. So glad I figured it out. And now I have the problem that my guys are not attacking because what? What's going on? What is going on? Apparently you have to switch to the I'm in the middle of respawns, so that's crazy. Hopefully we don't wipe. If I want to heal myself. Okay, so this is really bad. And I killed another one. No, don't go there. Ah. Okay, that's a total fail. I don't know what happened there. I guess I got surprised by the response, and then I wasn't really ready. But maybe I should I should go back to library instead of trying to do armory at level. But it's fine. Things will be fine. It will be fine. Except now I have more response. But we'll see. Yeah, the whole lower level there is respawned. Well, it's more XP. That's what we have to go with. Okay, let's speaking. Where's my guild? Oh, everybody's there. Just keep an eye on this to make sure it's green. Green! Yes, it's green. It's green. Green is good. What is this bit? Yeah, 0% drops. That's good. Okay, so we need to do the usual, which is we need all our little buffs back. And then we need our pets back. Oh, already, yeah, no, that's not good. So should she not go back? How far are we from? I guess it is. Is it fully respawned? I think it is pretty much fully respawned, right? Yeah, as I said. Okay, so we're gonna repair her. To repair, I prefer to exit the instance and go outside, because the inside it's too easy for hordes to interrupt the summon. So let's see how that looks actually. Usually you get ganked on the way in or out or something. But we will see if that's the case here. Today looks so far pretty good. There's some road somewhere. So I go behind that tree there. So I guess if you're watching my stream to snipe me, then it's easy. That's where I go. I hide behind this tree with my team, and then I can check the durability. Okay, so this one, so I guess I can send that one, but mostly the one that needs the most is this one. And then she definitely needs to go back. Yeah, because she was doing all the summons before. Well, yeah. Okay, so I can send her. And should I send the healer? What shoulder does she have? It's not very important. Who else can I send? Bracers for her. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Usually when I do that, I trade stuff first, and I trade all the grays. Okay, so let's do that then. We're gonna trade the grays. Yeah, this time the order did not stick. Well, actually we did not loot much of anything, so there's not too much to trade, so it's fine. We will just do that then. Just be quick. Just be quick and repair and summon back. Okay, expensive repairs. 12 gold. Yeah, I'm sending stuff to myself because my bags were full. Okay, so we're gonna summon. The mistake would be to hearthstone the hearthstone, and then here we go. Yeah, we're back. We are back. Okay. So we rebuff. Here we go back. And this time I'm gonna try to finish it. Well, finish it. At least clear enough trash to get to 38. Yeah, we'll try Herod at least once and see what happens. I forgot, is he the only boss? No, there's more? Forgot. Used to be that there's Herod, and then who else? There, the loot. Okay, so we should chroma to leader, and then we should disband. If I middle click with DynamicBoxer, it's gonna instantly kick everyone out, and then when I click back, now I'm back in the team order. Because I added an option to have a tiny bit of delay. And there's a rogue there. Okay, so we made it. We made it alive despite the rogues. So that is good. Yeah, I need to find a way to make this pally more useful. Because I forgot about her and she is supposed to heal and not much going on. Okay, so let's kill this. I want my shield. Okay. See, my succubus are doing a great job at not sure why this guy, oh, he's full anyway, so I guess doesn't really need that. Okay. Are they both full? Yeah. This one is full. This one is full. Ah, thank you. So is it better now? Like, is it not as terribly laggy or something? And also, what is your preference between this, which I should hide when I show it? I guess that's a bit too busy. Where's that dialogue there? Oh, reload. How do I reload that? And this. But this is that horrible red thing too. Huh. I think it's because I can't click the reload there because it doesn't really exist. Maybe I can hide the chat for now. It works on my screen, but I don't know how to reload the restream chat. Really, I can just remove it here. Ah, cool. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad. I think in terms of settings, I have. It's only recommended there. I could go higher, but it's fine. Because the classic is really, it's nice because it doesn't take as many resources as BFA used to take or takes. So I can run the 5 was pretty good. I mean, they are all at that resolution 1440p times 5, and there's still plenty of bandwidth for the basically OBS Studio is taking more resources than the walls, like 7% each. Thank you. And sound wise, the balance is okay, like my voice versus the game. Like you can both hear the game and hear me when both, like right now there's combat, but I have a tiny bit of feedback. That actually is something I don't know how to do. probably know how to do it, but like I don't really know how to. I don't want to wear headphones because it makes my ears hot and it's not comfortable. So, but I also don't know how to play the game sounds through my speakers and not have them end up creating a mess with my mic there that I use to talk. You would think, or maybe I'm just not setting it up right, but like I wish it would be able to like just subtract. So the way I do it right now is I have two source of audios, and then one of them is one of them is actually my system headphones that I'm not wearing, and that's where the game sound is coming from, and then this is my Yeti or whatever. I should probably talk louder because I think it should almost, yeah, so that should be better. Yeah, the other thing is I start mumbling after a while, especially if nobody's asking any question or if I'm not interacting with anyone. And then I never quite know if I should make the game sounds louder or not louder or whatever. I should probably put it back where it was. Hopefully that was good. Sometimes I do this to check the game sounds, but actually pretty cool. The game, the sound, some atmospheric thing that is pretty nice there. I should make sure that. Okay, so hopefully I put it back where it was. Yeah, I have loop music, but I don't know if I'm not sure we're hearing any music yet, but like in dungeons might be different. Okay, so they all respawn. It's okay, it's just more XP. So it's all good, we're happy. I really need to get a prettier weapon than this horrible club there that I have. And then I need to get this healer to actually do a tiny bit of DPS. She's doing nothing useful really, I guess. Dedicated healer. It's mostly that I also forgot about her, and then her rotation is yeah, I wrote DynamicBoxer. Yeah, the rotation is a bit weird, but it's here. Like that's the thing that sorts my EMA team there is sorted in slots, and my team is also sorted in slots always. Well, always that part is an option. It's you have to delay the invite to keep the thing in order. Yeah, I am a software engineer. But it's nice to write stuff that you're not paid to write stuff that you want to do. In some cases. Okay, who is she gonna pull? Nothing. Okay, good. That could have been worse. Yeah, write software professionally, which caused a few issues like other add-on developers when I ask for advice that they sometimes I think don't understand what production code is and best practices and so on. Okay, so let's see if I get this AoE to not be a total fail. Like it would probably be better if I was not wait until too late, and then I have to do this. So I'm a much better programmer than I'm a WoW player. Let's put it this way. How many are you gonna play? You have like a huge amount of accounts, right? Are you gonna play all that in Classic, or like 40, or I forgot how many you have, but you have a ton, right? I should switch to single target because this is not looking super great. I mean, in a way, Classic is most people, like for me, I only have like really one team because it takes, well, because I'm slow and it takes so much energy. I mean, it's not just that I'm slow; it's also that I spend more time in Visual Studio. I spend more time here looking at my add-ons than I spend time playing, but yeah, I mean, so what I remembered from your stream is like it when you do send to inner space. So there's that thing that happened just again, like what is going on there? It's really weird. The mage, the healer. So now I switch to the healer and then I go back. It was WL, right? Which one? Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's like the keyboard input doesn't go to the window anymore for a while until I switch to that window. That was very strange. It's the second time I see that happening. So anyway, yeah, sorry. So on your stream, like I noticed you do export all to inner space and it takes forever and then sometimes doesn't complete. And I was thinking that if you use, so trying to make a coherent statement there, it might be hard, but if you in Classic usually you have very few character sets because it's so hard, painful to level. So there's less value in using DynamicBoxer except for like the kind of convenience thing of sorting and auto inviting and so on, setting up your EMA team and stuff like that. But so there's actually less value than in regular WoW, where typically in regular WoW you have plenty of teams. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the other thing is like if you're starting from scratch, then you might as well. So the way I do use it a bit, which is I have for like every one of those characters, there's a bank alt, and then what I do is I log out one guy or log out several, log in the bank person, and then I trade and so on. And so when I do that, I don't get any errors from my Boxer, and I can also like follow. I mean, I can have the bank go to the bank or to the mailbox and do all those things that you do in a boxing team. Yeah, it's pretty nice here, the view. Like there's some kind of nice light in this dungeon. Plus, I really like the hat. So anyway, so it's less useful, I think. Also, in where it's more useful in BFA is if you do a lot of cross realm and you have the same characters on multiple names and so on multiple realm. It's fairly easy to get lost and forget which one is which and things like this. To remind you what you're playing. Oh, this is an alliance character and it's a warlock and it's slot number 3 and it's called that way and this is the server. is kind of handy when you forget where you're at. But I think you have versions of those, at least the slot thing, that are done Iceboxer side. But I think, as you can probably notice, like if you look at this 3 there, how it's drawn by WoW in the game using a font with shadow and everything, and it's much nicer than I think anything you can do with Iceboxer. Or I guess you could make that picture, take a copy of it and shove it in Iceboxer. But and there's an animation also, like it glows slowly, fades in and out, and stuff like that. And it's also like very fast. This is the tab key. Like when I reload, it shows for a few seconds, and then you can hit the tab key to. Yeah, it's a slot identifier built in the add-on. Like the short version, like right now you see there's a small thing that says that I am on 3. If I go on 1, it will show that I'm on 1 there, like the small chevron, I guess. Sorry, I'm French, so I don't know all the words, but yeah. So the chevron there shows me where I am. There is a short version of this. If you don't like the full view, this is the short version, right? So this doesn't show the character names, but it shows the same information that I'm on slot 1. And then if I use tab when I'm here, it actually shows me more information, and this is the information that I show. If I reload, it's gonna do the same. It's gonna show that. I think I have it set up. Yeah, it shows it for a few seconds, so you know what's going on. Shift. Forgot my own option. So shift, right click, switch between compact and full view. So this is compact view and this is the full view. So the full view is more useful when you do cross realm and you have like a bunch of different realms there and you want to remember which slot is where and from where and so on. But in this case, they are all the same, so that's why it's the same color. If one of those was cross realm, which you can't do in classic, but the code is there anyway, it would be a different color if they are not from the same realm. And now, what did you say? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of handy. Also, from a streaming point of view, let me show you. Let me put it back to be like this. Well, I should get rid of the chat. Yes, yeah. So when it's like that, right? Then if I do if I broadcast the reload like this, it's kind of nice to see that overview there that happened where I saw my 5 windows with whoever is in there if I care, and then I can show it. Well, they are not exactly. I have to reset the window position. Oops. Let me broadcast the config dbox C, and then if I reset my little window, so they are all at the same time, the same place. Then when I do this, I can do that to show it everywhere. Can DynamicBoxer fix the mass multiboxing FTL modifier issue? So one thing that it can help with, which is that if you have try to think about something intelligent actually. I don't know if it would actually help. So there's a limitation on the size of the macro, and you could use shorter names and then Iceboxer can replace them, but if the limitation is really on the worst side, it's not gonna help. It will help for the invite, like the invite works, my invite works better because I know, even if you have a team of 40 or as a side note, just show you something. So here in the settings, if I change the max party size to be 4 instead of unlimited, and then I log 16 characters, it's automatically going to make 4 groups of 4 out of the 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will be invited by 1, and then 5 will invite 6, 7, 8, and then 9 will invite 10, 11, 12, and so on. And you have to broadcast the setting because I don't have a push setting, so you have to do what I'm doing right now, which is when you change that kind of settings, you have to broadcast the change of that. You can do it with a command line. They all have a command line. So for instance, if you mouse over this thing, it says that you can type dbox party max 4, and then it will set the max party to 4, and so it will make groups of 4 automatically for you. And then you can change it back, and you can let it convert to RAID if needed. And then you have one group of 40 instead of, or one group of 16, say, instead of 4 groups of 4. The other thing you can do when you're doing a lot of cross-realm stuff is you can say who should be the slot that invites the other guys. And the default is the slot 1 is the one doing the invites, but you can change it because, for instance, let's say you're farming some rare, and then the character you farm it from is 5. It's a hunter or whatever, and you want to tame it. So then you would set it to 5, and then you can switch all the other slots to explore a bunch of realm, and it will keep reinviting them. What is the limitation from? Yeah, so there's 2 limitations. My understanding of DynamicBoxer, in a way you probably know better, or you can ask Altbob or someone, but my understanding is there's the combination of all the control, alt, shift, left alt, right alt, and I think for that one the combination makes it, in theory, you can have 64 characters. I mean, you could play 64 on FTL, but then the other limitation is, but that one I'm actually not clear, because when I tested last time, I thought there was like a limit of 1K on the macro length when you set it from an add-on, but I don't think it's 1K. I think I was able to set macros bigger than 1K, I think, but so I'm not sure. Like the most I did is I did 8 in order to test this 4x4 thing that people tend to do when they farm stuff. And I know there's a guy that was doing 20 boxing that found some issues, and we made it work. Like we debugged with him. But like, so if you're gonna do more than 20, I'm interested in helping and figuring it out. Yeah, the macros become like, I mean, they truncate. I think what happens is. And I'm trying to think. I think the way you would solve this in reality. So like when I do 8 boxing, for instance, I have like that keyboard, like that gaming keyboard, like it has G1 through G5. So usually when I 5 box, I use 1 through 5 for swapping, right? So I'll just get out of this. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then it's really quick to switch. But then when I do 8x4, 8 and 2x4, I actually use G1 to G4 and then shift G1. So that way I use G1 to go to one lead and then shift G1 to go to another lead. And so what I'm getting at there is, I would think if you do a massive multi-boxing, you don't really need to be able to follow and assist every single one of the 40. You can probably pick 10 subleads and then only cut the things such as, well, like only 10 will work, and then if if all 10 die, then you're screwed. I guess you don't have anyone. But like once you have 10 out of 40 that are dead, maybe you have bigger problems. But it's a line length. Yeah, I mean that okay. So that's the other strategy, is you could chain things like you could say you could have 2 keys for follows, and 1 key works for the first 20 and another key works for the last 20 as the lead. I mean, as the person you want to follow, I guess. And then on ISBoxer itself, in terms of bindings, that actually is not. You could even send both keys and see which one works or something like that. But no, actually, that would be bad, because you would then follow 2 different people. But yeah, I think this one you can solve by. You could decide that only the first 4 or the first 5 or the first 10 of your 40 can become a window you're switching to, and you're not going to switch to a random, like the number 13 in your out of 40, because, well, you don't need to, basically. Or if you switch to that window, the other ones aren't going to assist it. You can switch to that window just to resurrect one of the dead leads, but that's, I think, about it. But I don't know that you can do that kind of reduction of what ISBoxer generates in ISBoxer. You might have to generate your own macros, I guess. You can still inspire from ISBoxer, I think, and align the modifiers such as it work. So that's something in theory, I guess. If I make options in DynamicBoxer for like massive multiboxers, it could. Right now, it just rewrites the macros in order to match the real character names with the whatever is in the macros. But there's no reason. Like in theory, it could also do something else, like rewrite every other character name and remove every other character name, or rewrite the macro, because I know what the macro looked like anyway, because I had to kind of reverse engineer it to extract the character names from it. So I could generate a multiboxing set of macros, I guess. Then you can bind them. The thing though is, yeah, I don't know how much of a market there is for people doing some crazy amount of characters. But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy to add features like the things I did for those. I forgot what was the first thing I did. I did something initially for a 20 boxer, and I forgot what I did. Really, because in I don't want to be. This is not good. Let me just come back here, and then I'm gonna lose the. Okay, so this time I'm not gonna let my guys die. Well, I lost one poor little succubus already, but that's okay. The succubus is one shot, but yeah. So what I was getting at, I ran out of mana all the time. Oh, is she gonna die? Okay, I used my Leon hands because somehow it felt like I could not do anything else. It's probably not very smart, man. Okay, so that was a terrible pull. Terrible pool. That's what happens also when I try to talk and play at the same time and they respawn. Ooh, we're almost at 38. Okay, so which one died? She died, okay. Yeah, so about mass multiboxing, I'm curious about that, really, actually. Like, because some fun of it is PvP, for instance, but then, like, or running raids or something, but you can't do PvP in Battlegrounds for, like, sadly, 5 years, 7 years, I don't know how many years, it's been a while. I used to enjoy doing 5 boxing in AV and so on, but, like, I had 5 shamans, and it was a blast. And it was helpful to my team, and it was good. And then at some point, people were like doing mostly 8 boxing. It seems like 4 times 2 in order to farm stuff to get gold, basically, to get tokens. Well, I guess you can tell me, I guess, what is your, like, I mean, it's cool to control so many characters for sure, but from a what is it that you can do with 40, or even 20 that you cannot do with a 10-man raid or something. To lost that guy without aggroing the other guys, and exactly what I did is aggroing the other guys. This is very bad. So which content, I guess, is which content you do at 40 that you can't do? I mean, one thing I guess is like making big raids to to the enemy cities, but unfortunately that tends to aggravate people, I think. Like, for instance, in our guild, like, we do plan on doing stuff together, but it's like a couple, like 2 or 3 of us are gonna hopefully do the raids, I guess. We'll see how far we go that way, but we can't wait to have the 1 hour group buff, I think, or 1 hour at least buff. I don't know, I forgot if in Classic there is a book or something to do a group buff. Maybe not group, but at least there's 1 hour for sure. It's like some Tome of Arcane Brilliance, something. Okay, so we're at 94%, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's a normal group. Turn my back to these guys. I should start healing before I am out there. It bugs me that I run out of mana like this on the tank. It's a tank, but it needs mana. also about like software developer and multiboxing community. Yeah, I would tend to agree that it's good. To be honest, I did not get a very good start on the work that I did do to make DynamicBoxer, in my opinion, work better than it does without it. But we'll see. Maybe people will write modules in DynamicBoxer too. Oops, wrong key. Those having a team with pets is nice because they can pick up some of the slack at some point. How much XP? Yeah, we're getting, it's progressing, I think, with this thing. We're gonna get her entirely based on that. You see, sometimes I did do shift 5, but only one of them went through, and then the second time I did shift 5. So it's like the modifier is not always going through. It's a bit weird. This is not the first time, because I noticed because shift 5 is how I get my drain soul, but so instead what happens is if I don't do the shift, what happens is this one has the talent shadow burn, so she gets one shot back, but she doesn't get an extra shot. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna redo some wipe protection. Should I put it on her? Yeah, put it on her. And then we should make a hellstone and give it to him. I wonder when I get a new rank. Maybe I get a new rank now. So that's Emma doing the auto trading of stuff. I'm hungry a bit. 98%, come on, we can do this. We have to get to 38, then I can eat. Okay, so this time I'm gonna try to not screw it up. I'm gonna try to use line of sight. Okay, this is good. Okay. Have to remember to heal a bit. Is he enraging or something? Oh yeah, he's enraging. Huh. See, the Hellstone saved me there. I did not know those guys could enrage. Myrmidon. Okay, so we have to kill the Myrmidon first. They get angry. I just switched to the other guy because I line of sight. Okay, come on. Good. Yeah, so I switched because I thought the dots would kill him, but I probably don't have that many dots anymore. Okay, so this time we're not gonna wipe. No more wiping, we're just gonna pay a tiny bit of attention to what's going on. Starting with drinking. I'm using this. I vendor the scrolls, so maybe agility. So instead of vendoring the scrolls, I'm gonna use them, not this one. Intellect I have. And then another idea, and I forgot this. I'm gonna add strength. Okay, now I'm super buffed. Super buffed. Okay, so I'm gonna bring. So is there a Myrmidon there? Yeah, that one is a Myrmidon. Okay. That one is a Myrmidon. Okay, so we're gonna just run back there. Body pool. And then focus on the Myrmidon. Kill more stuff anyway. My pets I don't know what that sound is. I have no idea. Oh, it's notifications. Of what? Of here. Stream. Yes, I know I'm streaming. No, I did not just post the video. This is a lie. This is the interruption that happened. Okay. Fine. Click, click, click. That's where I died last time. Okay. So that's good. Let's see if there's another path there somewhere. We should be avoiding. Nope. Do we just pull back? Yay, someone dinged! Yoo-hoo! I'm forgetting to heal again. We dinged, someone dinged. the warlocks thing. Nice. Let's see where we're gonna spend that talent point. Is she the one? Yes, she's the one. Okay, so destruction. I guess we're gonna spend it here. One more point of devastation. But what are we gonna learn at 38? I think there's a lot of stuff at 38. Or is it at 40? No, I think it's at 38. At 40, it's the mounts. I have to do stuff. Hey, that's gonna be exciting. Okay, so we got one dinged. One dinged, 4 to go, and the last one to ding is gonna be the healer. Okay, so which one is the near middle? Guardsman. Who's the guardsman? Guardsman? Guardsman back? Bad. She's doing such a great job. She can keep him like that for a long time. There were 3 of them. There was a corpse missing. Corpse missing. Did he go? Okay, went that way. Or isn't there like there's stuff in there somewhere? Or is that only that maybe only in BFA? In BFA they have like fireworks there somewhere. Pretty sure there was another guy. There were 3 of them. One defender, another defender, and a guards. Oh yeah, I looted the guardsman during the fight, so that's why. I know he's here. Oh, I'm crazy. It's this one that I looted. Okay, so well, that's easy. There's probably a path coming. Oh, I used to have a way to I can do this maybe. I got one here. And which one is the next one that's gonna need my other warlock is gonna need, which is demonology, and I don't know where I'm gonna spend the talent. She's doing less actually. Huh. Yeah, she's doing a lot less damage. But she's all about utility. Making me Hellstone, which I need to do. Hellstone. No, I don't want to destroy the Hearthstone. Hearthstone, I want to give it. Here I broadcast temporary, with control I broadcast the mouse basically. I don't think there's a mage somewhere nearby. I see you. Thanks. I might ding 38 on everyone. That would be exciting. Yay, another ding. Yoo-hoo. Thank you. 3 to go. Well, I mean 3 to go to ding to 38. So they are all 38. And then 2 more levels that I can mount. That's gonna be on top of the world. Ah, here are the fireworks. I knew there were fireworks here. Yeah, red fireworks. They're probably worth something in the auction house. I'm guessing. Do they stack by 5 or more? Okay, only by 5, so I get 2 stacks. And then I have to trade a bunch of stuff. My bags are full, but thank you. And see you and have a good snack. I should eat too. Because we get 2 stacks of these. Plus 1 extra. We're gonna shoot the extra one now. To celebrate. Yay! But she dinged. Okay, so trade. Oh, I got this. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, shiny. Ooh. See, there's always good surprise. Okay, so she's gonna come and jump on me. Lost that lady. No, they're all coming. They eat like trucks when they get angry. Like trucks. Yeah, so that's trading. And I got this cool stuff there. Where's my guild chat? Is there someone left in my guild right now? To brag? Yes, I can brag. So what this thing look like? So it's nice because it's arcane damage, and arcane damage is kind of what I do with arcane explosion. So I could use that. I could equip it maybe. I already have too many options though. Now that could have turned into an something ugly, because I got the mage from here and then one guy, but could have been more. Could have been a wipe. And the next one to ding. The next one in line to ding is the pally. Okay, so yeah, we got him. Body aggro, yay! 7%. I think looks like every other pool I get maybe, or every 3 pool I get 1%. So I need 6 more pools, something like that. I'm hoping to see 98 in the next after the next pool there. Okay, that's getting better. It's not as ugly, pools. Okay, so I was gonna trade stuff. And she is the engineer. Because she's the engineer, I'm going to give her the rockets. And then Evie is the miner, and we don't have any mining things. And this one is my herbalist, and there's nothing either. And I think we're too good. And here we probably need to start disenchanting stuff. Lots of good stuff here. I cannot disenchant that. That is too good. This looks good. This is good. This is good. This is good. This should sell. This is good. This is very good. And this is very good too. So basically I have nothing except I can trade stuff to WL, I guess. I can trade more clothes, I guess. Let me see. She makes no thing by doing. Yeah, I think it's the same on the other one. But the mid wage is great. And on this one, I have 2 tailors. Oh, she hasn't learned the Bolt of Mage Wave, so she should learn. When do we learn Bolt of Mage Wave? Isn't that at 150? Okay, I don't know. I have to find out. I'll do that later then.
That's still recharging.
Okay, so Herod is right up here. It was up here. Huh. Yeah, they cut it. Yeah, so good. So that's good. So that's, I like that. This dungeon is the way it should be. Conserve mana and kill this guy just slowly. I'm hungry too. But now we have to dig. Ah, 98. Yes. Maybe I can do my world famous trick, which is I was doing that a lot with my WoW challenge, like the what is it called? I forgot the name, even though I spent a lot of time. That's scary. Oh, there's two Myrmidon there. Maybe we're gonna ship one. We are gonna ship one because two might be too much. And then that has the nice side effect of pulling. Okay, so we killed one really quickly, that's good. And then we're gonna kill the second one really quickly also, it seems. And then the third one should just get out of the ship that way. Here we are. And that was a beautiful pull, if I may say so myself. Beautiful, man. Okay, drink. Should we renew the? Should renew the food buff and maybe put it on this one in case we need a lot of heal earlier, later. I mean. Yeah, I think the mage, the hypnotic blade is a better deal. We're gonna do that, but I guess the hypnotic blade gives us 9 on any magical spell. This would give us 14 plus 15 intellect. Yeah, I should equip this thing, but I can sell it for 10 gold or something. So interesting. Okay, time to rebuff. I should use this. Oh, I could pull with this. It's kind of funny way to pull, but pulling with sheep is pretty good. So which one is the Myrmidon? There's one Myrmidon, one defender, another defender. So we're gonna ship that guy. Yay! I dinged. 38. 38. I like this. I like the 38. See my pally with those spells, like she basically, at least she's good mana wise, like, doesn't do any damage. Not very helpful for damage, but she's good for healing. We'll see how this fight goes. I don't know. Next one. Okay, so let's spend our talent point. Talent point in we got access to that or that, so I want neither of these. Huh. I want neither of these. So should I get toughness or should I get precision? Probably precision. Do being human, I have the +5, right? So my skill in maces is will be 195. So I'm already plus whatever at one level, I think. Okay, so which of those talent is the best? Ah, anticipation. Yeah, I should take anticipation. I mean, toughness is good, but so I pick this in order to get something that everyone devotion or everyone benefits from. But okay, we're gonna take this. This should make us better. It still says 14 there, even though wasn't it 14 just now? Okay, so here is where Erod is. I should probably hurry up to wipe because yeah. So this time we're gonna spend the shards. The shards are gonna get spent. I'm gonna make one here. I'm gonna make one here. We're gonna make Hellstone. Give the Hellstone to Val. I don't know if she used it already or not. Yes, she already used it, so I'm gonna give it to Evie. Okay, she's the last survivor. Okay, so Evie already has it. So maybe I can have one. I'm never gonna think about using it. What do I have on 8? 8 is a heal, so I can use 8. I can put it on 8. Okay, and then we're gonna Soundstone bows. Palestone heavy, nice, and then I'm gonna stone her too. Okay, so we are super buffed, super everything, and maybe we can consume some consumables. We can restore those. Okay, so that's good. And then what else? Any food buffs? What about potions? Any potions? We have potions. I mean, maybe I'm making a big deal out of nothing there. I should probably read the fight. What I remember, but maybe it's because I've played too much BFA, is there's ads coming that I guess I have to pick up because I'm the tank. Well, I'm everyone, but and then what else? And I also and he has a weird wind that you have to avoid, but so I don't know. Maybe we can position them here. Am I gonna pull right away there? No, I have not pulled yet, so that's good. I don't know if I can climb back up the stairs, but then if he comes that way, yeah, I know. What I should do. What I should do is I should set up my things where they're following her. So I'm gonna follow my healer, except my tank. And now what I have is like if I use my arrow keys, See, they're following her. Okay, let's do this. I think he goes all over the stairs, and so I suppose I'll have to run at the right time and do something. But okay, let's try. Maybe it's not that hard. Level 40, so I'm probably getting some fair bit of what is that? I think then this is where the ads come. Shoot, I'm almost dead. This is silly. I don't see any ads. Where are the ads? They come near the end only, or? Okay, so I'm gonna let that one wipe. What happened there? I forgot to heal, that's what happened. And then I have my Southstone here. And with this, we don't have to walk back all the way. But there was no ads. Did I miss the ads? Oh shoot, she's red. That is bad. Because he can't summon inside the... Can't summon inside anyway, so... why did he not accept the heal there? What? What? What's going on? Okay, so how do we die? How did we die? Sorry. So it seems it's easier than I remember. Basically, you just have to... Okay, so we're gonna switch the pet to not be the pets that we usually use. We're gonna switch the pets to be... the imps. Yeah, we're gonna get the imps, because then they won't get killed by the blade. And then this one is losing. That is not very good, because red helm and red shoulder means quite a lot of stuff is gone. Mana. Everyone have enough mana for... Hey there! Hide, isn't it? I did spend my point, yes. So I just wiped on Herod because I kept watching for ads for some reason. I remember that there's ads coming, and then I did not watch my own health, and then I died. So we're gonna solve that this time by, I guess, ignoring that there are ads. And then the other thing is my succubus, my pets, my warlock pets. They okay, so I have one Leonance that I can use, so I should use the Leonance at some point if things turn bad. I'm gonna buff the pets. Usually I don't, but this time I'm gonna remove the phase shift. That means I can buff him. Yes, and then we're gonna remove the phase shift from that guy. I'm even gonna give them Arcane Intellect. Okay, then we're gonna drink. How are we doing on the buffs? Okay, so we'll have to rebuff. What looks confusing? I don't know what view am I showing. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have switched back to this one. My bad. Yes, this would be less confusing that way. I'm sorry. Here. Better? Is it better? It should be less confusing now. Oh, he's also red. Okay, that's not good. I have too much red gear, so should I try to do it with the red gear and wipe again? I guess if we wipe, we just run back and then repair. Oh, I see. No, I mean, well, I mean, it's not, especially a mixed team and everything, it's not super easy, but that's part of the challenge of it, is running an instance kind of all by myself. The good news is I can take my time. Okay, so I think they are in range enough, and then we can rebuff, and then we can try again. I don't know if it's gonna work, but so I have one more. I have one Leonance left, and it's shift right click. I tend to confuse things when I start to panic, but, okay, ready? Are we ready? Are we ready to kill Herod? Yes, let's try. And hopefully, so I don't know if I dreamed the ads. Maybe there's no ads, or maybe I did not reach the part where it does die. It would suck if I. Okay, so problem is I used both of my soul stones, so I don't have any soul stone, and then my gear is red. That's bad. Where can I replace some gear by something that's not red? My boots. Oh, I have other boots. I can switch the boots with where are the other boots? Oh, I sold them, I think. Bummer. Well, this is still better than what I have right now, so. But I need to change that, obviously. And then the belt. Do I have a belt? That's not web. Yeah, this is not good. We probably need to repair. Instead of wearing very bad crap. And then the head. Yeah, this is really, really bad. This is really bad. I don't think we can do this, but we'll find out, I guess. There's no helm in my bags. And yeah, that'd be a bit weird to give that. Okay, let's try. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe the DPS do their job, or I have enough heals to not die, or something. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Oh, she also has red gear. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, we'll try. I just have to move out of the way and keep spamming moving 2. And then I will maybe. Yeah, this is where I died last time because I forgot to heal. That looks good, that looks good, that looks good. I'm gonna get him. Yay! We got him! And I forgot to heal again. But we got him. Ah, this is where I remember now that there is some troubles. Some troubles, but troubles, you just kill them. Okay, so it's after you kill the boss. So you just need to have enough mana to AoE this down. Okay, so let's see, what do we do? Yes, this is good. I want this. Yes, I want to read that. And I want to wear it right now. Such a nice upgrade. Well, no spirit, but still. Ha! Excellent. Excellent. I'm very happy. Oh, did someone ding? Nope. Maria is like, it's funny, we killed like a gazillion little guys there. Maybe they don't give too many XP. So despite having all that red gear, yeah, sometimes you get a tabard from here. Remember that. I want the tabard. Give me the tabard. Give me the tabard. No, no tabard for me. Well, I got those shoulders. Those are good. Okay, so we're gonna grind a few more mobs to get those 2 to ding. I think just walking back to the entrance while he's gonna do that, achieve that. We're gonna put back our good pets, which will be this one. So I lose the I lose a buff when I do that, obviously, but obviously, my imp on the other guy has the improved buff, blood something, in blood. So it gives it, I think, almost as much stamina as a priest of the same level when it just gets the next rank at least. So, you see, there's a bunch of respawns there. Uh-oh, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. Not looking good. Because what happened is, like, not only this is funny. So this group respawned, and then another group respawned, and then the path respawned, and yeah. But we killed the boss, so don't care. Except now all gear is like super red. I still want to grind a little bit of XP, 98, 99. Yeah, we just need a tiny bit more. Is there a quest that we can do instead that would be faster or no? This quest will be good is to finally get something that's not as ugly as this as the main hand. Yeah, there's not really much to do there. So we killed the boss with red gear on 2 out of 3 characters. I think that's pretty good. And then and then we died. Maybe I can resurrect in the... Does that work actually? What happens? I should do it on one of them. Does that work? How am I gonna get... No, that works actually. So you can res in any one of them. Okay, so we're gonna res in library then. Just gonna try to AoE stuff just enough. And just enough to get to 38 and then go train 38. How are we doing on rep? Okay, we are not revered yet with Stormwind, so it's okay, we can train in Iron Forge. It's the same cost for repairs and so on. I don't know if trainers are discounted or not. Find out. Okay, so buff. So much red. Wait, come on. I should drink. I'm not drinking. Okay, here we go. We're ready to go. Time to kill stuff. I put back my belt there before I forget it, and my shoes before I forget them, even if they are red, it's fine. No, he dinged. The mage dinged. Did not even see it. Okay, closer to Pampiro. We can now take Ignite. Yes. I should take Fire Blast too, but I'm going for like most damage through like a big ball of fire and follow-up damage, so someone won't escape after they get that. They're pretty much burning. So I spent my point there in defense, right? Yes. This one I don't know what I'm gonna spend. This one this one I did not spend. What? Demonology, yes. Okay, so we're gonna get Master Demonologist, which means right now we have the Succubus out, and so all damage is increased by 8%. And I'm shooting for Soul Link next. 30 points, yeah. Okay, so I did spend the point here, yes, and then I just spent the point here. Okay, excellent. Okay, more stuff. There's the guy there coming. Can probably get. Let's try to get the whole group like that. Oh, fun! Can we do this? Another killing damage. Another killing anyone else. Save time with 3 pool is not exactly working. Okay, that was a mess, but it got us closer to the last thing that we need with our red gear to go train. 38! After having finished the first 3 pile of SM. We're gonna wait some more before doing Cathedral, because armor is already, like, the guys are already yellow, and the boss was level 40, only 38. Well, we were 37 when we killed them, so I think we can We can farm.
My mana is low. Not enough mana.
Can farm the armory for a bit. I don't know what drops, but in addition to these awesome shoulders, I'm hoping some kind of main hand or something. Okay, just a tiny bit more kills, and we get the last body, and then we're good. Oh, she did just ding. Yay! How come I missed that? You guys see it? It was just behind me probably, man.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
And our inventory is full. That's perfect. Just in time. Just pick the talent because that's cool, and then we're gonna first. Okay, so we're gonna stick to this. And then next we will be able, no, that's 41, no, it's 39, 40, whatever, we'll be able to get this. Holy shock. Excellent. So everyone is 38. Time to stone. Time to headstone. Are you forgetting something? Yeah, there was an herb there. No big deal.
What can I do for you?
I'm gonna sell all the gray stuff. So I've sold 30 items and made 3 gold. That's not a lot, 3.61 gold. So this we shall not need again, so we can sell. This is the same. That has the absorption enchant on it. So we need to redo that enchant. Is there anything in there that should be rendered? Like probably this. And we can make some more. Okay, so here, what else do we want? What do we want to render? And that one I'm going to keep for now. Intellect once the okay. These are plants and stuff. This is leather, lots of leather. And here is some silk where I should. I need to level past, my tailoring is like 200, I need to, well I'm already in the mage wave though, so I guess I probably don't need silk, but the guy behind, the other guy does. Okay, so let's go repair and see the damage on the repair bear. Now we can do our cute little train. I can't wait to have a mount there. Well, it'll be awesome. I did not know you could do that. Where's John? So repair. Repair time. Have to take the corners. What's the distance there? Or you guys get stuck. You guys get stuck. Okay, so repair, I'm afraid. Oh, 69, that's not too bad. Except, yeah, 50 on that one, and I don't think she sold much of anything. Okay, so I have 37 gold, 47 gold, 47 and 3, 50, 60 gold, 73 gold, 80. I have basically 80 gold. Well, it's lucky that I only need one mount, because otherwise I'd be screwed. I mean, I do sit on like I don't know, 3, 4, 5, whatever blues that are BOE blues. So I guess I should render that. Nice. Nice. That's the benefit of having being a night elf, is you get the best mount. I remember back in vanilla, actually it was in BC, but I did like a zillion quests and turn-in and so on, because I wanted to get exalted with Darnassus, so I could finally get a tiger on my guy, which I did. It was a lot of work at the time. It wasn't a human, I think. Yeah, it was a hunter. My first character to hit 60 at the time was a hunter, and he was a dwarf because of the guns, even though he had a bow in BC. But what am I doing here? No, we're gonna go train. And then we should empty the bags at some point, but so to train, it's Mystic Warriors for most of them. So that part is not very interesting. I'm probably gonna cut the stream. I need to eat anyway. But we made it to 38. What happened there? I went in there. Why? Why did you do that? I think it's because I used Coma. Coma is my part of my interact with target, so they went back to the last thing that it's not in that order actually. So here we're gonna spend a lot of, so we had 80 gold, right? That was before training. So let's see what we get there. So many things. Okay, so we do need holy light. I don't think I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna use this. Divine Shield. I guess I need to get that. 10 seconds. How does that differ with this Divine Protection? For 8 seconds. All damage and spell for 10 seconds. But slows you down. And this is all physical attack and spells for 8 seconds. You cannot attack. So basically there's no point in using Divine Protection once you have Divine Shield. I should know that, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna train that.
See you soon.
Maybe the cooldown is different? No, it's the same cooldown. It's annoying to have spell, but I guess there's that, like the armors is the same, like you learn like useless stuff basically. Okay, so what else? Blessing of Protection. I suppose I should learn that. It's expensive, but damn it. I never use it though. 45 mana, 65 mana, though that's the same. 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Yeah, we should learn that, I guess. In case I use it someday. And
what can I do for you?
The rest we're not gonna learn because we are poor.
Safe travels.
And then let's see this side. So yeah, Holy Light, yes. Seal of Wisdom. Ooh, Seal of Wisdom, yes. Giving each melee attack a chance to restore 50 of the paladin. So if I have that, I don't think I can run out of mana, can I? But then my DPS is gonna be even worse, but then it's okay. So I can change my macro there. Oh, I had the wrong setup. Great. What happens when you judge the Seal of Wisdom? Granting spells, attack and spells used against the judge and me a chance to restore 33 mana. So it doesn't do any damage at all, but so should I change it? I'm gonna put it here. And I don't know which seal should I use. I'm gonna use wisdom, but I don't know if I should use wisdom on the other guy too. Melee attack has a chance to restore mana, so that means I need to attack. And then, yeah. Okay, so Devotion Aura. No, Devotion Aura is not what I give. I give Retribution Aura, so I don't care. Divine Intervention, no. Divine Shield, that I should probably learn. Yeah, I should learn those two, but that's freaking expensive. I'm not gonna use it. I could bind it actually to a key, man. It's a 5-minute cooldown. Yeah, I don't need to have it on 2. But I should bind it. I should bind it to a key so when my not this one but the blessing, I guess. I should bind to a key. Yeah. So I could bind Blessing of Protection, I guess. Or if I end up being the sole survivor, I can use Divine Shield. Okay, so I'm gonna try and borrow spam. So I can use the Divine Shield to get out of the way, I guess. And I should bind that to some key. Okay, so now we're poor. 5 gold. Okay, the mage. Mage. Sam for the mage. What are we gonna learn? Are we learning something here? No. Level 40. Ooh, new rank of Arcane Explosion. Yay! Mana Jade. 1 gold 40 for this. I don't know. Fire Blast, yes, definitely. And Frostbolt, no. Should I learn the Mana Jade? No, because I don't really. She's not really running out of mana, so no. Okay, so we trained 3 out of 5, and then the Warlocks and their pets. Yeah, I'm gonna show my team too. How do I show my team? Yes. Screenshots, not retail, classic, slot 1. Okay, let's train instead of posting screenshots. And then food, then buy. 38. Yay! I'm very happy. Got to 38. Okay, so and then I can do a bit of, well, no, I'll wait until 40 to work on my professions, even though I did already do a lot of professions. Okay, so what are we training here? I could look it up on Warhead, but I kind of like the surprise of seeing what is it that I learn. So new rank of Curse of Agony, but she is doing Curse of Elements, so I'm gonna skip. Drains, so I definitely needs to take that because I use it quite a lot. Is that why? Yeah. And then that's it. She doesn't need anything else, so basically just one rank of Drain Soul, but the other one is gonna get the rank of Agony, so that's good. So Curse of Agony for sure, and Drain Soul, can't speak. What else? The rest I don't use, so I don't use any of that stuff. Yeah, don't use any of that stuff. So maybe there's stuff for the demons. But I mean, the new rank of Curse of Agony is good. And Drain. And Soul. Okay, so let's see what we're learning at 38. Ooh, and your rank of Firebolt. Yay! So that we need to spend another gold. Yay, 1 gold down the drain. So 38. Though I don't actually use the imp that much, but maybe now I should use it with this. Yeah. What else? Blood Pact. Oh, another. Oh, that actually is useful. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to the. Looks like the imp is getting good at that level. You're a little mad at me. What? Why? What did I do? Though if it's a little, it's okay, but maybe. Okay, so Blood Pact rank 4, Firebolt rank 5. That is good. Add-on development is good. We need more. It's cool. Okay, so rank 4. So do I also get Fire Shield? No, I already got that, right? Okay, let me just double check there's nothing for the Succubus. Shadows, I don't use the Void at all, so because I have a real tank. Okay, Lash of Pain 36 I already know. That's already known. Seduction is already known. Invisibility is already known. Devour Magic for the Felhunter at 38. So I'm gonna get this also. Another gold down the drain. So crazy. 32 and 36. Okay. So we're gonna waste 1 shard. I'm gonna get this pet first. We're gonna learn the new rank of Firebolt. So see, right now it's stamina by 19. It's pretty good already, but it's gonna be stamina by 27. 270 health. I think that's as much because I have the talent, right, for this. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna use my imp a tiny bit. What does the imp give me? It might give me reduced threats, so I don't really need reduced threats, but I'm still gonna use the, okay, we're gonna use the imp a tiny bit for a while there. And then we should maybe do the War Magic rank 2. Okay, so what does that mean? What is the rank 1? So, Devour Magic rank 1. Purge 1 harmful magic effect or 1 beneficial. If and it heals the Palantir for 258. Okay, and now if we learn this, what does that change the Devour Magic to? Yeah, I wasn't worth 1 gold because it heals the Palantir for 319 now instead of 258. Okay, so I wasted 1 gold. So I'm not gonna spend that gold on the other guy. And am I gonna get the imp thing? She's never using. Well, we use the imp on Erod actually. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna get the thingy there. We're gonna get. So what kind of add-on are you doing? The site itself, not. I mean, it's going in the sense I have the stuff going in the database already now. So I don't know if I showed anyone that. I can show you my database, my SQL bench. So my database, query. What I can show you, this one for instance. So I have that's the item database. I should probably do a count star instead of actually just show you all the items. But so I have 19,000 items in the item database, and then in the auctions I have it's a full table scan. There's no index. I need to add an index, I think. No, there was an index. Why is it taking so long? Come on. Summoning service. Yeah, I keep getting whispers about those. Oh, look, it's pretty good. I have 96 million auctions in my database right now. So that includes everything. Like for any of these auction. For any of those auctions, I have the bid, the ask, the seller. Which in this case, I don't have the seller. Okay, so where seller is not null. Where seller is not empty. I think I don't have null. Here. So I have the date, I have the item, I have the bid and everything, and then I have all the scans so I can see, like for instance, if we want to follow one of those auctions, we could so there's two things I want to do. One is I do want to put something in game to use some of the data in game, and then also I want to use all the data now that I put in the database, and then I want to be able to upload the database. There was some performance problem with the database. It did not insert, like it take like 30 minutes to insert a gigabyte of data, and that's a bit slow, but it's working. So I don't know if it's running. No, it's not running right now, obviously, but so yeah, so with this data, in theory, you could do a bunch of analysis and figure out a bunch of interesting things. But like, I mean, I can find the cheapest items that it was ever for sale, or the item that is both the cheapest and has the highest average sale, or something like that. Like basically all the deals that happened where people made a mistake and listed a thing for 3 copper instead of 3 gold, or something like that. And I can also tell how long that item stayed on RDIH. So now I'm lost in what I was doing, which is this guy. Did I already buy? Did I buy this book? Because those books being 1 gold, I don't want to buy them for no reason. So what did I say? I said I'm gonna buy that one, right? Where's my pet? He's here, right? Yes. Okay, so it doesn't say, it says already known for those, not for that, so I'm gonna buy it. And that's it. I'm not gonna buy the other rank of the other thing. Just gonna buy this. Okay, so now he can be better with his firebolts. Excellent. I think we train all 5. Or all 7 if you count the pets. So we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, so that's nice. The taxi service is good. I should do taxi service too. The thing is, like, people want to be summoned in for SM, for instance, Scarlet Monastery, but it's not exactly the easiest thing to be summoned to, basically. I'm very happy. Very happy I got this done. I just have to plow through and get to 40, because 40 is gonna be super awesome as I get a mount. And I think my sort of guess is 40 is probably the first level at which, at least if you have a single level 60 enemy, you can probably kill it. Because I think I've killed level 60s at lower, at 35 or something like that. But some of it was, like, for instance, some guy was chasing some poor other guy, like a level 60 mage, I think. Was it a mage? Priest, it was a priest. Was chasing a level 32 guy, and I was level 33. And then I saw that, and then I was running after him, and then the guy was running toward the AV entrance. I was trying to buff him. I think I managed to buff him, the guy that was chased, but I did not manage to save him. And then so, but he did. The guy that was chased managed to get the AV guards to aggro the horde, and then he ran away, that priest, and then I ran after him and I killed him. But and then he killed me, and then I killed him again, I think, and so on. That's nice. What is on the island? Where is the... I forgot where that is. Where is that island? Is that the island in here? Like, in Feralas? Which island is those Draxon Waterlord thingy? Or is that the island here? No. Yeah, Tanaris is good, yeah. Oh, it's in Ashra, I see. Somewhere here, I guess. What is there? I don't think... I think I skipped that zone in Vanilla. I don't think I've been there in Vanilla. I remember Winter Spring. That's where I drudged through. The other thing I did in Winter Spring is I got the recipe for the mechanical, the trinket, the engineering trinket. It was really hard to get. Really, really pain. I spent like, I don't know, a month killing Blue Dragon, whatever. It's kind of an unfinished zone, I guess. Bottom island on the right. But why would people need to go there? And then what's in there that is useful or interesting? Was there a flight pass nearby? Maybe I would expect there's a flight pass somewhere there, but I don't know. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's needed for the attunement for Molten Core. I see. Okay. Yeah, that's something I never did also, because by the time I started the World of Warcraft, I think 6 months before Burning Crusade, and then I started one character, and then it did not work well, so I switched to a hunter, and basically I dinged 60 maybe 1 week before Burning Crusade or something like that. I had it on order already. I had ordered the collector's edition. So I have all the collector's edition of all the World of Warcraft except the first one, because I did not know. I wish I had bought the first one. But, I see. Yeah, so I guess it's sought after. Yeah, it's a good idea to do. I mean, once I have a level 60, I mean 5 level 60, I'm gonna boost some more tunes to 35 hopefully. Everyone's computer was a potato back then. Right? Though I guess if you can't even go in a raid because it frees up, that may be an issue. Yeah, so like add-on-wise, I wrote the code to do. Actually made a change to the on the HDB app like this. I fixed some bug for some case where my parsing of the Lua code wasn't working, but now it's fixed. You could not go to Ogrimmar. Yeah, that's sad. Only at night when there's fewer people. Even setting all the things at the minimum and so on. Like, so I'm a buff machine. That's what I do. I sit by the flight pass and I buff folks before they take off. I missed one guy. Run out of mana. On the mage. It's not very... Oh, did I get him? Yeah, I got him. So he's flying. He was flying and I got him. That's nice. Yeah, I was already old back then. So I had a... But the downside or the upside is I had a job, so I could not play that much. But I played too much already, even with the job and the family. So I think it's... I don't think I would have finished college if World of Warcraft existed when I was in college. So. Yeah, that's nice. I need to lower the sound, it's too high. Yeah, I think World of Warcraft is way too addictive and dangerous. So I'm glad it did not exist when I was in college or in high school. I mean, I played things like Wizardry and stuff like that back then. So I did play a lot of games, but it wasn't the online addictive thing, multiplayer. stuff. It wasn't like WoW. Like WoW basically is crack for gamers, I think. It's actually really crack because back then you get that $2 CD and you get started, and then with like 1 week of gameplay or something, and now and then you were hooked. I had a friend that kept saying, "Hey, there's this game, it's great." And I said, doesn't look very good. And then I saw that he was completely like he spent way too much time on it. But eventually, I had some, I guess, personal problem I wanted to escape, so I did start to play, and then the rest is history. I mean, it did not completely ruin my life yet. So, like, I managed to be somewhat successful professionally despite World of Warcraft. But then I am only level 30 something, 38. Forget even my level. I just dinged and I forget my level. Anyways, this is fun. I should switch back to that other view. So I don't know the algorithm that YouTube and so on are using, but it seems like the picture at the end of the stream is used also or important or something. Let me see. I was answering some questions on Discord. Now I'm so hungry, so I'm gonna go eat and celebrate. And thanks for watching, Zenith, and good luck with your add-on. Are you on the UI dev or the WoW add-ons Discord? I guess. Just in mind, you should, if you're interested in add-ons, you should. So some of the people are pretty rude, annoying, toxic, whatever you want to call it. But if you ignore those aspects, yeah, let me say something in my Discord, like somewhere in general, in Moria add-ons, and somewhere. And so if you say something here, then I can invite you to the other Discords. I mean here or in general, or I don't know which, yeah, where you are. Or if you give me your name there. Oh, you're here, Zenith. Okay, I see you. Okay, let me invite you. Which one is the least bad? Man, they both have like weird people, but anyway, so I'll invite you to this one. Zenith, here, invite. Well, I can invite you to both and then you can find out, I guess. And the other one. Okay, did you get that? So I end up like ignoring several people, but I mean at the very beginning, if you don't say things that they don't like for instance that you want to implement things yourself because you want to understand them, or you don't ask things like for instance, I ask about like pixel perfect, like I wanted to draw lines for here, like you can see it on this thing. If you notice the border there, like it stays exactly 1 pixel and it's exactly perfect all the time. So when I first asked about that, like hints about how to do this, the answer I got was, oh, it's impossible. So impossible is not really something that I like on first principles. Like there's no, I mean, some things might be impossible, but anyway, it turns out that they were wrong. And if you do the math correctly, it's completely possible to do it. That's how I did this too, like this grid there, and this measuring tape that is also always exactly. I mean, this shows you the coordinates in three coordinate system anyway, the way it works, like UI parent versus world friend versus pixels. They also said it was impossible to draw pixels. I mean, there's like, anyway. So if you take with a grain of salt when they tell you something, and also you don't tell them that they're wrong, because like if you tell them that they're wrong, then they're gonna insult you and so on. But yeah, yeah, it's a famous expression. Yeah, they know just enough to be dangerous. Exactly. I mean, no, actually, so the guys on the UI dev Discord. So it goes. I don't know how to put it. Some of them have been doing that non-stop, like maintaining or writing some add-ons, some very successful add-ons, like that have millions of downloads, for like 12 years non-stop or something like that. And so obviously they learn very useful stuff in those 12 years, but the flip side also is they're stuck in whatever they did that worked 10 years ago. They don't consider that maybe there could be another way to do things, that it doesn't have to be exactly the same as 10 years ago. So they'll tell you to use ACE 3 because they worked on that and whatever. But anyway, so I mean, you're adult enough to take things with a grain of salt, including what I'm saying, which is like that. I mean, for me, I like to understand what I'm doing to some depth. So I'm not really interested in using some library that someone wrote 5 years ago to solve a problem, where half of the problem has been changed over time because now it's built in WoW or whatever, and then the other half is not that great anyway. So I'd rather understand things and do them myself. But cube. So there's, I don't know if that's, someone did like a 3D game. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Let me switch back the UI to the main. I don't know, where was that? Where did I see that? So I don't know, Cube, you can link it to me, but not in the chat, but in Discord. There's some dude somewhere that did some super impressive things. Yeah, here. This thing. No, not Peggle. Peggle is not. No, this. See, this is in game. Like, and he's drawing vertex and so on. I wanted to do something like that when I learned. Like, I had to dig in order to do my simple grid there. I had to dig into some stuff. Let me go back because he has more things. Where is the rest of this thing? Where is the rest? It must be from the same guy, but it might be in different copies. Might be in different things. Z from Z. Actually, he must have posted a different link in the other one. It must be here, I think. Where is the 3D thing? So I don't know what cube, what is cube that you talked about, but like, so basically recently, I think what happens is like the thing that does those, like the character window, and then you can change the scene behind it, and there's an API for that now that I think role players are using, and then some people doing fancy units like are putting like fiery background and stuff like that. So that API can then be used to do something else, like to do those 3D thing, which I can't find right now. But I thanked the guy. I said it was impressive, but then I forgot where I put that. Last Wednesday. Because it looked like Doom basically. Oh, you mean it's a layer on top or something? Because there's weak auras is basically add-on generation thing. So this is one of my add-on. And I used to spam here what I'm doing, but then people get upset, so I stopped spamming. Even though it's called, I mean, they made that channel because of me, pretty much, but because I did spend a ton of time creating a bunch of different things, so. And like some of those guys that just sit there all day saying, "Oh, no, it's impossible. Oh, this sucks. No, don't do it," and not even updating their add-ons. Anyway, I should stop ranting. I can't. I think it must have been in the other one. User Z. User. I don't know. Maybe I can't do that because I'm in stream mode. Anyway, I'll search later. So what is the impressive bit then? So there's a cross in the middle there, and if you're watching the stream at 1440p, you'll see exactly 1 pixel there. Well, actually, not exactly 1 pixel. How do you do that again? Alt, Option, Plus, no, Alt Shift. Where is that? Windows has a built-in zoom that I forget. Ah, thanks. And yes, and let me check that, and then if it's PM, I should hide it, I guess, maybe. Interesting. It could be some TSM stuff, I guess. It looks like TSM in a way, man. I see. Anyway, I'm starving, and I should have been gone already. So one last advertisement of my DynamicBoxer. Should get rid of the grid. Let's get rid of the grid. See, I like my mini-map thing. Like, I have a busy map with a bunch of crap, but if I mouse away from it, it becomes just neat. Yes, roll. Then I need to hit. So, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. And this was a fun run of Scarlet Monastery Armory, and we killed the Herod on the second try. We could not have killed it on the third try because we ran out of soulstone, so we would have to re-clear the wall stuff. So it was good. I mean, once you know that you just it's very easy. That fight is easy. You just go away when it starts spinning. You just stay away from him and then come back, and then remember to heal your tank. Which is the thing I forgot the first time. So when it gets intense. Bye everyone, and thanks for watching the Zenith, and good luck with your add-on. Bye. I will not exit. I have to do stop streaming. Yeah.